Hello, my name is Floris Assis, and you are watching the Better World Casinos YouTube channel. This channel is about my journey building an ethical gambling business. This is the first vlog. In these vlogs, I will be discussing my progress from the last week. I tend to try to post them every Friday. And yeah, it's just a talking head video about me explaining what I've been doing. Let me just quickly turn this off because seeing myself is driving me crazy. Um, just a little bit more about myself. I'm Dutch. I was born in the Netherlands, but I've, from a very young age, lived in different countries. Now I live in Spain. I lived in Malta for a while. That's how I ended up in the gambling industry. I've been doing mainly work for affiliates, an affiliate business. If you're not familiar with affiliate business, so basically websites that get traffic and then send it to a place where you can buy what you're looking for and they receive a commission. So that's affiliate marketing. And that's a big thing in the gambling industry, online gambling. And I've been there working mainly in the SEO side of business, so search engine optimization. And then within search engine optimization, my specialty was in content, digital content campaigns, content marketing, and link building, digital PR. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to for the last 10 years, more or less. And fascinating journey. I really enjoyed it. But along the way, I found out how yeah, I always say rotten, and it's just it's a good word. I guess it describes it well. There's just a lot of things that just are unethical. They're immoral in this business, and gambling is being always by the gambling industry presented as being entertainment, which is fair. Sure, it's entertaining for some people, but now, numbers range depending on who you listen to, which data you check, but anywhere between one and I'm like to be conservative. They like I think it's up to 10% of people, players end up with problem gambling, where gambling is yeah is becoming an issue and it's harmful and it's not entertainment, it's compulsion. Um, So that is something I will dive deep in other videos. This is what this format is not for. This format is just giving you a progress update on how I'm doing on the road towards building my own operator, where maybe in some future you can play casino games or bet on sports or play poker or bingo in an ethical as possible environment, which is completely transparent, where there is no profit incentive from me. I mean, there will be profit incentive because costs people need to be paid, and costs need to be paid. But profit maximization is not the goal. So it's not designed to exploit and to to wrench out all the money from the players for private gain. That's what I'm against. That's what I'm trying to. It's the problem that I'm trying to solve. So, long story short, I will try to keep these videos in less than 10 minutes. Well, let's see also on your feedback, what works and what you like. So, this week was the official launch. So, it's been an idea that's been growing on me for a long time. Last week, I was made redundant on a job that I'd taken because last year I decided I'm gonna put the project that I was working on by the World Casinos, which was going to be an affiliate site. That's something for another video. But I put that in the fridge. Then I took a job because I wanted a break, and I was made redundant of that job. And I decided, like, okay, it's back on. I want to be back on this project and see what I can do. So that I made official. I've started a Substack channel. You call it a channel, Substack site, where I published my first article, which is an introduction to this whole project, and where I describe the three stages of which this project consists of. In short, stage one is where I define and research and explore what an ethical business, gambling business, would look like, and what's the foundation, what are the first principles that we need to know in order to do this. When we define that, or when I define it, in stage two, will be to take this model, this framework, and benchmark existing companies in the industry against this framework that I developed, to see, okay, where's the gap, what is already, because there is stuff, it's not all bad, there is stuff being done well. There is a lot of advancement when it comes to responsible gambling and using AI for player behavior monitoring and preventative and intervention measures, etc. Stuff I will discuss in more detail in another video or in another article. So that's stage two. And then when that is finished and I've learned all I think I need to know and have very clear boundaries of what it would take to build an operator, then that would be stage three, and then the process of actually building it. So that's the journey, that's the roadmap, that's what I will be creating content about and sharing here with you on YouTube and in writing on Substack. So that's the basis that I've done, that I've published. I shared on LinkedIn. I got a lot of positive responses. There's already been a website who picked it up and interviewed me for it. I will provide a link to that article in the descriptions of this video. Now, what else have I done? I've worked on, betterworldcasinos.com. The website has always, is still there. I never took it offline. But it needs a serious rework. Content needs to, it's still, the content is there still for the conventional affiliate website, which it's not going to be. It's going to become an industry intelligence platform and no affiliate business model, at least not for the foreseeable future. Maybe at some point, if there are operators that would meet a certain threshold, a certain standard that I would be comfortable with promoting, then maybe there will be some affiliate business model on there, but that's for now not the focus. So that's something I need. So I did an analysis there. I defined what needs to be rewritten. It's going to be a lot of work. So what else did I do? I'm checking out my notes here. Also why I'm talking about this and doing it so publicly. Once, I think that transparency leads to accountability. So by putting it all out there, people can question it and challenge it, and I think that would only improve my learning and the knowledge that we build. And and I'm a marketeer. I just think it's probably, in my book, the best marketing. Let me just give you an example. So I'm this is a bit don't know the right word, but I want to give the example of Tesla. Not talking about Elon Musk. Different story. Not getting into that. But Tesla, a long time ago, what was it? What's been it? 15 years or something? Anyway, they started to building electric cars in a time where everybody said, like, it's impossible, it cannot be done. They did it anyway, and their marketing has been their product, just building an awesome product that everybody, creating this huge fan base around it. And that's what sold the whole thing. And they claim themselves that they never spend anything on marketing. Well, PR is a form of marketing, but their marketing was their PR, and that's the page of the playbook that I'm intending to use as well. So that's again a reason why I'm making all this content and taking you along on this journey and telling you all about it. All right, what else do I need to tell you in this video? So we launched. I got a lot of attention so far. It's good. It's picking up. First Substack article is there. I will link to it in the comments. If you want to support me financially, the more paid subscribers I get on Substack, the more time I will be able to dedicate to this project, because on the side, I'm still running my agency, Coherentis, and I do consulting and coaching and SEO and content marketing and writing and speaking. I'm available for all those things. if you're interested in that, I will also link to it in the comments or in the description of this video. All right, I mentioned, I don't know, I forgot if I already mentioned it, but the article of the thing that I'm doing has been picked up by a website, casinos.com, which was a nice interview. They asked some tough questions, and I was really able to elaborate on a lot of details already that I will explain along the way in the Substack articles and in other videos. I've been working on next week's article, which will be like an introduction into the why and a bit of the ethics, a bit of laying the foundation of the rest of the conversation. I had 2 people approach me that are maybe interested, in potential consulting work for me. So I wrote proposals for those. I sent that out. Not necessarily relevant to Better World Casinos, but hey, bills need to be paid, so that's also happening, and it's still about responsible gambling and ethics, etc. So it is sort of related. Yeah, this video is already more than 10 minutes, so I'm gonna close it off because what's next week? So every Monday or Tuesday, I'm publishing an article on Substack. Every Friday, I hope to make these blogs. In between, I might make video explainers going deeper into topics. Maybe I will already be interviewing people or doing some podcast format that I will be publishing. And yeah, that's it for this week. I am very curious what you think of this content and of my ideas, and whether you think it's a great idea or a ridiculous idea. I want to close with pointing out a book that I read last year. I have it here on the shelf, actually. One of the big inspirations, Infectious Generosity by Chris Anderson, the man behind TED.com. Shout out to you. You're a big inspiration. And this is also why I think that, what inspired this whole thing. That's it for today. Have a great day. If you gamble, don't just gamble. Do it responsibly and with a budget. Or better, just don't gamble. Spend your money on your friends and on learning and on your health and all those things that are important. Don't get too desperate and angry and frustrated with the world and everything that's going around. I might make a video about that in some future. Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day. Ciao.